Jai Hind everyone, welcome back to the Joe Squad. हमारे previous episode की तरह keep appreciating us and इसलिए please subscribe before we dive into this video.
So, welcome back, guys, to the episode 10 of What's Up in the Week. We'll begin with November 16, 2024. Sri Lankan President Anura Kumar Disyanka's ruling alliance secured a win in November 14 general elections for the parliament. National Task Force denies the formulation of a central law to tackle crimes against healthcare workers, citing that state laws are well equipped for the same. So, in श्रीलंका आपने अभी सुना होगा काफी इकोनॉमिक रिसेशन चल रहा था. श्रीलंका गवर्नमेंट के पास जो फंड्स थे वो खत्म हो गए थे, तो इसीलिए पॉलिटिकल क्राइसिस हमें देखने को मिला था इन द स्टेट ऑफ श्रीलंका. सो इन ड्यू टू दैट वहाँ पे इलेक्शंस हुए एंड नए फ्रेश प्रेसिडेंट हमारे अनुराग कुमार दिस्यंका, ये अब हमारे नए प्रेसिडेंट है श्रीलंका के. Nepal began exporting electricity to Bangladesh by using India's electricity grid. So Nepal and Bangladesh have been trading in electricity by the using of supplies of India. So that's a good news for all the three countries as they are collaborating for a common project. India has voiced its disapproval of protectionist measures to link trade barriers and carbon emissions at the ongoing climate talks in Baku. A week before the event, China had communicated to include a discussion on the climate change related unilateral restrictive trade measures. This is the article to be read by you. India needs a globally recognized public policy school. This is from the Hindu, November 16, page number 6. Coming to November 17. Chaos erupts in Manipur after recovery of bodies believed to be of the six abducted. Like in the previous episodes also we have talked about कि how मणिपुर में जो violence हो रहा है उसके कारण काफी लोग अपनी जान खो रहे हैं, काफी लोग इंजर्ड हो रहे हैं. So this is another news from Manipur, like chaos erupts in Manipur after recovery of bodies. So six have been abducted from the state of Manipur recently. Over 10 lakh seniors enrolled in the Ayushman Way Vandana recently launched. Okay, this is a scheme by the government. Quarter of world's diabetics are in India, as revealed by the journal The Lancet. So India has become a hub for diabetes. Diabetes, is the disease usually faced by the older generation, where the amount of sugar in your blood increases to a certain level that exceeds the normal limit. So this is very dangerous for health. India and Japan signed agreement for unicorn masks for naval warships. They signed a MOI, Memorandum of Implementation. So this is a different thing. There is an MOU, which is Memorandum of Understanding. But this is MOI, which is Memorandum of Implementation. So you must know this. For co-development of unicorn, that is Unified Complex Radio Antenna Mast. So as you know, like Japan is very technically advanced, and Japan is also a great ally of India. So they are working together on this project that is made for naval warships. Now, this is the article to be read by you all. Will Riyadh summit impact the Gaza war? So this is again from the Israel and Gaza. You must read this. This is from the Hindu, November 17, page number 14. Now we come to November 18, 2024. US, Australia, and Japan vow to build military ties to counter China. So US, Australia, and Japan. Can you tell me these three countries along with India form an organization that is known as Quad? So Quad has four countries, which is US, Australia, Japan, and India, which was only built to increase the trade between all these four countries and also to counter China. Army deployed in Imphal. A day after violent protests erupted, like we talked about this, six people were abducted, were found dead. Army has been deployed. Army and Assam Rifles have been deployed to strengthen the security. This is from not a very great news from Manipur. This is the article to be read by you. Why is Germany headed for snap polls? This is from the Hindu, November 18, page number 8. India conducts historic flight test of hypersonic missile. This is India's maiden long-range hypersonic missile with a range of 1,500 kilometers. Defense Research Development Organization (DRDO) conducted the flight test, and you see there are different types of missile. Hypersonic means which is faster than the speed of sound. So it's hyposonic, which is lower than the speed of sound. Sonic, speed of sound. Hypersonic, faster than the speed of sound. Now we come to November 19, 2024. India's GS-80N2 communication satellite was successfully launched by SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. It is Ka-band high throughout communication satellite of New Space India Limited, which is commercial arm of ISRO's Indian Space Research Organization. So India has launched a satellite with the help of SpaceX. Do you know who owns SpaceX? It's Elon Musk. Elon Musk owns SpaceX and Tesla both. US and Philippines signed a pact to secure the exchange of highly confidential military intelligence and technology. In key weapons, the US would provide to Manila. Okay, 5,000 troops of Central Forces for Manipur to quell violence. So 50 additional companies of the CAPF, Central Armed Police Forces, comprising nearly 5,000 personnel, will be deployed in the next few days amid violence and killings in the state. So you see, Manipur has been facing this violence and killings for a long period of time. So 50 additional companies of CAPFs. Now you must know the difference between CAPF and CRPF. CAPF stands for Central Armed Police Forces. CRPF stands for Central Reserve Police Forces. This is also a great general knowledge question. So you must know that. This is the article to be read by you. Manipur has a case for imposing Article 356. The Hindu, November 19, page number 8. You will also get a chance to know about Article 356, so you must read this article. Global South hit by food fuel crisis due to conflicts. The statement has been issued by PM Narendra Modi in the address of first day of the G20 summit. This summit has been presided by Brazil. The opening day saw a launch of Global Alliance to Combat Poverty and Hunger that has been supported by at least 80 nations. So, last time G20 summit happened in India. And can you tell me the name of the place where it happened? A place in Delhi, it was set up for this special event. It was known as Bharat Mandapam. The around 6.5 lakh applications for PM internship pilot project. The feed is under the PM internship scheme in top companies pilot project. There are 1.27 lakh opportunities. Project is aiming at providing the job training to 1 crore people over 5 years. Okay, that's a great news for India. Now we come to November 20. The Indira Gandhi Prize for Peace, Disarmament and Development for 2023 have been presented to classical pianist and conductor Daniel Barenboim and Palestinian peace activist Ali Abu. So you must remember these names. They are a great question. Tata Power enters into a strategic partnership with Bhutan's Jug Green Power Corporation Limited for the development of 5,000 megawatt of clean energy capacity in Himalayan region. Okay, so these are the development region. President Vladimir Putin signed a revised nuclear doctrine declaring that a conventional attack on Russia by any nation that is supported by nuclear power will be considered a joint attack on Russia. At G20 summit, India-China discussed resumption of flights and visa insurance. So a month after they announced this engagement along the LAC line of action control, they have now decided to discuss on the resumption of direct flights. Journalists sharing and allowing India pilgrims to Kailash Mansarovar. Okay, you must have known all the Gandwan Valley clash and the border disputes between India and China took place. It took place over for around 2 years. So after that, the disengagement of troops happened, the talks happened, which brought the positive side of the arrangement. And now China and India have agreed to resume flights and visas, which are matlab, for the benefit of both the countries. India and Italy to negotiate defense industrial roadmap focus on maritime sector. So this is Italian PM Giorgia Meloni, and this is our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. The two nations agreed to negotiate a defense industrial roadmap and agreed for the mutual protection and exchange of classified information or cooperation in the maritime and port sector. India and UK to relaunch trade talks in the new year. They have decided to relaunch the discussions to conclude a free trade deal in the new year. This will support jobs and prosperity in the UK. Bilateral trade between the two nations is valued in $53.2 billion in the last 12 months. So you see, when a G20 summit as big as G20 summit happens, a country gets to be together with a lot of countries. So they communicate with the lots of countries, and it helps in increasing trade and other commerce businesses for all the countries which are present there. So recently we saw news with India and UK, India and Italy, India and China. So this is very good G20 summit, and summits like these are very good for resolving a dispute or reviving an economy which is not that running great. 1,000 days of Ukrainian resilience. This is the article to be read by you from the Hindu, November 20, page number 8. Again, an article to be read by you. How India could counter the CBAM. This is from the Hindu, November 20, page number 9. Now we come to November 21. Delhi CM ST launched Delhi Solar Portal that allows consumer to avail power generation based incentives for installing rooftop solar panels and become electricity producers from consumers. So this is a good advancement, Delhi Solar Portal, because solar energy, it will save upon the fuels and the fossil fuels that we talk about. US vetoes the UN Security Council pushes. Vetoes means the one who have the veto power. Pushed to call for a ceasefire in Gaza that Washington said would have emboldened Hamas. US will soon provide Ukraine with anti-personnel landmines to shore up its defenses against Russian forces. I hope you have not forgotten about Russia-Ukraine due to the effects of Israel and Gaza and all. Pacts worth 6.757 crores signed at Jaipur Energy Pre-Summit. The integrated clean energy policy will be launched shortly in Rajasthan will provide a series of new incentives, which includes pumped storage, green hydrogen, battery storage, and bioenergy. This is the article to be read by you, The Turning Tide. October's export rebound is heartening, but fresh headwinds loom large. Again from the Hindu, November 21, page number 6. India and China agree to work on rebuilding mutual trust. This comes after the unfortunate border clashes of 2020. As we all know, the Gandhar Valley clash and the clashes alongside it. The disengagement of troops from the two phase points of Ladakh in eastern Ladakh. PM proposes 7 key pillars to strengthen ties between India and CARICOM. This came amid the talks with the Caribbean partner countries focusing on areas such as trade, technology, and tourism. This is the second India CARICOM summit. This is the first visit by the Indian head in 50 years to Guyana. Guyana is an African country, if I'm not wrong. Areas such as health, agriculture, food, and security were discussed. India Australia form a renewable energy partnership. You can again see G20 summit. How helpful the summit is in interacting with different countries, different leaders of the country are present there. They set their eyes on a comprehensive economic cooperation agreement. This came at the India-Australia annual conclave held on the sidelines of G20 summit. This is the sports news to be read by you. India rides on the Picard's goal to continue its design. This you must read this. November 22, 2024. The International Criminal Court issued arrest warrant for Israeli PM and his former defense minister and Hamas officials, accusing them of war crimes and crimes against humanity. Russia launches an intercontinental ballistic missile for the first time on Ukraine. India to host the global meet of cooperatives in Delhi from November 25. India is all set to host the global conference of International Cooperative Alliance. First time in the 120-year-long history of the ICA will be hosted by India. It's a great news for India. We should be proud of our nation. The theme of the event would be Cooperative Build Prosperity of All. This is an article to be read by you. A bilateral investment treaty with a bit of change. This is from the Hindu, November 22, page number 12.
तो आज की वीडियो में बस इतना ही. आपसे हम दोबारा कनेक्ट होंगे. Till then, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, Telegram, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, and Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.